Good morning, YouTube. This is the Retro Ramble for the 8th of February 2013, and the game you're looking at is one of my all-time favorites on the NES. This is the Guardian Legend, brought to us by Compile, Broderband, and Irem. Now, tonight we're going to be talking about a subject that you might think is kind of dumb. Believe me, by the time I'm done, you're going to think otherwise. I want to ask a question to the YouTube gaming community. Do we appreciate the games that we actually own now? Think about this. In this age of, eBay and Game Gavel and all these reselling sites and whatnot, do we ever really stop to appreciate the games that we currently own on our systems? I've often wondered this. And it was actually something that I was talking about with my friend Thomas, aka the Cemetery Gamer. And we were discussing, about the way things were back in the days of our gaming. Because, if you'll excuse me for a second, back in my day, we didn't have sites like Game Gavel and eBay, and we didn't have trades and babbages and all this. We've had the games we had, and we appreciated them, and we played them until we beat them because we were stuck with them. You see what I'm getting at? Back in those days, it was a lot simpler than it is now. Back in those days, you had to play the games you owned, and when you were done with them, you kept it, you put it up on your shelf, and then maybe you gave it to a friend so he could play it, and then he gave you a game to play, and that was it. Or sometimes you just kept the game and you played it and you played it and you played it and you played it and you played it. But the thing of it is nowadays, with the way gaming is, we have, like I said, sites like eBay, we have Craigslist, we have Game Gavel, we have whatever, Victoria. All these different places to list our used products. And that's fine, really. But do you ever stop to think about how much you sometimes could charge somebody for that damn thing? I remember, I hate telling this story, I really do. I was on a site, I'll go ahead and mention, it was Pete's Game Room Forum. Now, I understand that site's for people who are like collectors and stuff. I can respect that. But here's what I don't respect. When a person on that site was in the chat box, and he mentioned he was selling one of the Panzer Dragoon games for like $200. Alright. I made the following comment. It's just an ISO on a disc. Why are you raping people for that? Well, I didn't say it like this. But basically to the extent of, why would you rape someone for that amount of money? I've then come to the startling conclusion. This gaming community is broken. It's broken because everybody is worrying about the almighty dollar and not the enjoyment of their games. Think about it. How often nowadays do you hear when people are doing their pickup videos, they talk about how much a game was worth when they picked it up? They'll say, this game goes for however much on eBay. We'll say $150. That doesn't mean you're going to turn around, flip the game for $150 that you may have paid, well, I don't know, let me think, $50 or $45 for. It doesn't work that way. Or at least it shouldn't, but for some reason people, because they've become so corrupted by money, they do, and it's saddening. What has the gaming community truly become, or what has gaming become? It used to be when you owned a certain game, you sat down and you could enjoy the game. Now, when you have the game, I don't know if you worry about beating it as much as you worry about, how much profit you're going to make off that game. You know who should have the right to make the profit in some respects? A store like Gamestop, where a friend of mine is in danger of losing her job. A store like a store like, Play and Trade, who may be an up-and-comer. If you want to make money, do me a favor. Get a real fucking job. Or, if you think you can make it big on YouTube, try and do this for a living. It ain't easy. Let me be the first to break that to your attention right now. It's something that really needs to be brought up, though. We have people that look at games as a form of currency, not something you sit down and you enjoy anymore. Why is that? Someone please explain to me why the gaming community is the way it is. Because I can't grasp it around my head. Please. Anyways, this has been your Retro Ramble, or in this case, the Retro Rant, for the 8th of February 2013. My name is EBGames. I hope you enjoyed me sucking at the Gorian Legend. I wish I could have gone farther, but c'est la vie. You all have a great evening, and I shall talk to you very soon, my friends. Take care. Bye-bye.